start with the puck after taking the opening draw. Feeds it over. The best friends have it now. They've got numbers. St. Paul's got a hold of the puck now. Taken by Amon. With the backhand. Big time stop by Wagner.
That's a great save, but the goaltender had to get out to the top of his crease, take away all the ice, and make himself as big as possible.
Great glove save.
What an incredible save in a high-danger scoring area. I mean, right in the slot, he's in perfect position to make that glove save.
Sends it to the middle. Scores! What an opportunity and delivers.
James, this is just an absolute minute in body position, how to roll off your coverage, and it's perfectly executed as he doesn't have much time to get the one-timer off, but he gets his stick available and he executes.
Puck Nation's been pushing hard here early in this first period, and look at that. Their hard work pays off with a goal.
There's so many mini-games within a game, James, and to start the period, you can look at it as one, and they have certainly dominated in that area, and when you start the game like this, you dictate the pace, and that's exactly what they wanted to do, and send a strong message to their away opponent that when you come into our barn, you're not going away with a W.
There's the whistle. It's a penalty shot. Lang's got the puck, and here he comes. You know, there's the whistle as the puck goes into the back of the net, but I think they're going to call this off as the play was closed in beforehand. Heyman's won it off the faceoff. Takes the stretch pass here in the open ice. Shot, and it clears off the glove, and it stays out. Penalty shot coming up after the stoppage in play. Heyman's got the puck at center, and it's time to go. Big save, and breathes a sigh of relief. St. Paul's high activity in the offensive zone has resulted in them leading here midway through the first. Puck Nations won the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Finley's got it to the side. Hammers a shot. Sticks it for the one-timer and makes the save. Broken up in the neutral zone by Amon. Oh, that's a good hit. And the puck skips away after that move.
Amon's trying to gut it out there, James. I mean, he looks injured. He's really laboring, but trying to put himself in a good position to get off the ice.
Puck Nation's got the puck near the back end. A chance! Denies him in close. In front of the net, the goaltender covers up for a whistle on the play.
Amon's looking to get back on his feet there. Man, did he take a tough hit.
Well past the midway mark of this period, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Williams works the puck in his own zone. St. Paul's got control of it now from their own end. Passes it over! Big-time saving goal as he gets all of it with the stick.
A player should never be left alone in the slot, but man, is the goaltender to task here. Gets out in front of it and makes the save.
Passes it in front. He scores! What a play!
This is just a great job all the way around net front, James. Battling for position, quick hands to be able to get on the puck
He's got it in the defensive end. Great stretch passes and connects. And the puck skips away after a nice defensive deflection. Gives them nothing in front.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
St. Paul's look great thus far, leading here late the first period. And momentum on their side as they win the draw here inside the offensive zone. Here's the chance! All alone! 20 minutes in the books. Let's grab a breather, and we'll come back with period number 2 in moments. Welcome back, everybody. We're your friends, Cheryl and James, and we are about to get ready to go with the second period. And the puck is dropped, fans scrambling back to their seats for period number 2. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
Puck Nation's had a great start to this game. They found a way to be aggressive on the puck, but most importantly, they've got an attack mentality when it comes to shooting the puck.
Along the right side into the offensive zone. Grabbed along the boards by McCray. Puck Nation's looking to break out. Shot! He scores! And he completes the hat trick!
Well, he's been zipping and buzzing along the ice this entire night, hasn't he, James? And man, do the fans appreciate him. He's going to beat the goaltender clean on this one. It's a one-timer from the low slot, and it's a perfect pass. He's teed up beautifully, and he finishes it.
St. Paul's on fire tonight. They've now extended the lead to 3 here in the second.
What I love about the puck possession, James, is they're doing something with it. They're not staying on the perimeter and just skating along the outside. They're sacrificing, they're driving the paint, and they're getting rewarded for their efforts.
And called for the offside. We're going to face off. St. Paul's been the more aggressive team offensively. Look at the shot clock and just look at the score. And they take control of the puck here in the neutral zone. Angles it over to McCray. Here's a feed in front. Another pass. Oh, he comes up with a stop. He's moving the puck through his own zone. Legs going to play it against the half wall. Puts it on net. Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Lehman. Oh, out of nowhere, he steals that one.
Well, there's an intangible to being a competitor, and that's exactly it with that save. It's desperation, doing whatever it takes to keep the puck out of the net. I really want to look at this last save again, James, because this is about taking it to the next level. When you have this level of competitiveness, athleticism, and desperation and urgency in your game, you know that goaltending coaches, they can't just teach this. This is instinctual, and this is what winners are made of.
Legs got it. They'll go on the attack here in the offensive zone. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one.
Legs back on the ice as he should be. He's the captain leader of this team. They're getting blown out right now, James. But what better way to create some charge here by your captain settling everyone down?
Passes over to Finley. Skates to the crease. Big time stop.
Wagner's in it to win it here. I mean, you can see with that save, he tracks and he's so dialed in. It's a competitive nature to challenge the shooter in the slot.
That's some smart heads-up defensive play by Amon. Loses the coverage there. The best friends get a hold of the puck. And he grabs the loose puck and he's in all alone. And that one's turned away.
Lehman's been able to watch the game for most of the night from the other end because of the offensive production in the offensive zone, James, but he's a real good job there. Timing is everything. Staying focused, tracking the puck, and making a good save at the right time.
Here's a chance. Comes up with a stop. The best friends played along the boards. Here he is in close. Scores! And my, oh my, how things have suddenly changed here.
Wow, it's the magic of one goal and the impact it can have, James. You go from a situation where you think you're out of it, and now all of a sudden you believe you're back in it. Complete change of the dynamic of the game. They call that a 50-50 puck battle, James. Well, not when he's on the ice. I know who was coming out with it. You knew who was coming out with it. The coach did. Everyone did. He comes out with it because he is relentless. He is tenacious. He uses his body to his advantage, and then he gets offensive production off of it and scores. Awesome play.
Takes control of the puck. St. Paul's looking to break out. There's the physical side. Picked up along the wall by McCray. Flint's looking to break out of their own end. Trying to shake the defender. He scores! What a shot!
Man, is he ever flying, James? It looks like everyone else is in quicksand, and he is moving. He gets on his horse. He's in all alone, one-on-one with the goaltender. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't panic. Shows a ton of confidence and lets that shot rip.
St. Paul's been bringing the heat offensively all night long, and they continue to lead here late in this middle frame. Sends it over to McCray. Throws it in front, and he denies that great opportunity there.
Amon's been brilliant in the offensive zone tonight here, James. Just using the deception, whether it's with his eyes, with his hands, with his feet, finding ways to manipulate his opponents. 3 goals in this one. He's got the hattie, shooting, changing the angle of his shot to beat the goaltender.
St. Paul's won the faceoff. Makes the save on the slapper. Taken along the wall by G. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Let's move to the middle. What a chance, but they can't connect. Breaks up the pass in the defensive zone. Here's a centering pass. And that's stopped. Makes his presence known on the ice. Slides it over with pace to McCray. Fires it on net. And he comes up and scores just before the period closes. Cheryl, absolutely huge.
The last few minutes of a period are essential, and they go to the dressing room with needed momentum. They can't blame the goalie on this one, who's tracking the puck, and then all of a sudden it changes direction because it deflects off of a defender in front. Real tough puck luck.
Puck Nation's been the dominant team all night. Look at this, a 2-goal lead here late in the second.
Yeah, they've worked hard, and really they've been the dominant team, and what's shown on the scoreboard is exactly the way it should be, and they'll be heading into the intermission, and this is one of the things I didn't like as an athlete. When you were playing well, I didn't want to rest. I wanted to keep going at it.
Teams are readying themselves at center ice as the third period is about to go. And with the puck being dropped, here we go. The clock is running here on period number 3. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
Flint's first 2 periods have been a poor example of puck protection and possessing the puck, James. They've turned it over at a high rate. They haven't supported it. They've been back on their heels, and as a result, they're chasing the game.
Moves the puck along the half wall. And it takes the pass. Poked away by Amon. The best friends have the puck in the corner. A chance in front! Scores! Well, just what the doctor ordered her, in this case, the fan base.
It's amazing how a game can change within seconds and how the temperature meter can completely switch, and that's what's happened with this goal, James. You can certainly tell that the energy has shifted, and they're looking for the equalizer.
One goal game now.
What a timely goal by the leadership on this team. I mean, you got to find ways to get it done at the right.
Scores! And look at that, they answer right back.
Well, the game is a hodgepodge of counters, and this is exactly what needed to happen. They were scored on, they respond quickly, and they find themselves in a favorable spot. I love that he fights for his space here to be able to get to an area where there's a little bit of time to get the one-timer off. He knows it's got to get off in a hurry, and he puts it in the back of the net.
St. Paul's taking a 2-goal lead to jump out here in period number 3.
Well, and they're in attack mode, aren't they? I mean, this is just a different team to start this third period. Now it's about maintaining that control, that killer instinct, and trying to ride it to the finish line.
And he slams that one up and over.
Oh, yeah, and it's well up over the ears of the goaltender here, James.
Scores! And there's the hat trick, and this place is silent.
Well, he's licking his chops when he goes on the road, hey, James, and he gets his hattie. I mean, he's been feeling it, but when he's on the road, he's something else. Love the way he maneuvers in that low slot area. There's not a lot of space there, but he's able to shield, get that puck off on the backhand, and put it in.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. Flint's still down a goal here, but they have really picked up the tempo these last few minutes. McRae's across the line now and on the attack in the offensive end. Takes it and looks ahead.
Legs already got free.
And we've got ourselves a penalty shot coming up here. And it's go time. Makes the stop under pressure. Hot Nation's been going in one direction all night long, and that's to the net, and they lead it in this third. Heyman's quick stick off the draw wins possession. Handles the pass at center. To the low slot. Oh, what a dangle! Fantastic save!
I'd say he has some fast twitch muscle fiber in there because I'm telling you, he makes that save. I thought that was going
All alone! Here's a moving tight. And what happened there, partner?
Well, I think sometimes when you have time and you're trying to process, you're taking a little bit too much time. I don't think there was the confidence, right? The confidence to know exactly what he wanted to do, and in the process, he flubbed it.
And he's ridden off the puck. Oh, he kept it out with the glove off that deflection. Oh, he stopped it. How did he do that?
I have no idea, James. I don't even know how. McRae's been getting to position in his one-timer wheelhouse all night long here, James. And as you see by the last clip, the goal, that he gets to that spot, but it's a perfect pass, perfect distribution, right to his sweet spot that he's able to connect on for the G.
Puck Nations won the draw, and they'll go to work. And that shot goes nowhere as the lane was filled. Wagner scooped up the puck now here inside his own zone. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. We've got a 5-4 game. St. Paul's got it in the offensive zone. And down he goes as the puck goes free. Flint's got a hold of the puck now. Here they come up along the wing. Fires it. Blocked in traffic. Oh, he just got enough of that to keep it out. Puck Nation's got the puck along the boards. Looking for space inside the D zone. The best friends gain possession in their own end. Legs got it in the defensive zone. The best friends take it along the wall. That's not on the point. And there's the whistle. It's a penalty shot. G's ready for the penalty shot. Takes the shot. Converts the penalty shot. And we are all tied up here.
table. I mean, didn't get the start that they wanted, found themselves behind the 8 ball, but it's amazing, James. It's an old cliche, but the game is never over until it's over.
Puck Nation's going to start off with the puck here in the neutral zone after winning that faceoff. St. Paul's got the puck in the defensive end. They've got numbers here. Hey, to the middle. He scores! What a goal! St. Paul's on their way to victory if they can hold down this lead to the rest of the third.
Well, it's all about game management, but they can't just sit back and hold on. Otherwise, their opponent, they will look to attack and they will take advantage. Put them back on their heels. Be in the offensive zone where they can't get an opportunity to attack you.
Here's a shot. Oh, he got puddled by Wagner.
When the puck's in the low slot, the goaltender gets right out next to the shooter and makes the save.
The best friend